Cardiopulmonary resuscitation, popularly known as CPR. This is a skill that everybody needs to know. Thank you for joining. This is Glow in Health for Life. Cardiopulmonary resuscitation, known as CPR, is something that everybody should know because it has saved life. It will continue to save life. No need of going into so much details, but I have seen times when someone is dying, obviously dying, and people are crying, especially in some of these underdeveloped countries, unfortunately, because they don't know this skill or they don't know they could help. Some of them will be praying, which I understand helps, and some are just wailing and crying and just helpless. But I'm going to teach you a skill. It's as simple as ABC, and it can save lives. This skill is the CPR that you have to do to save someone who is obviously not conscious and not breathing. It's different, a little different with babies. With babies and kids under 12, it's a little complicated, but you could still use your discretion if you get to know this. But if you see an adult, someone older than 12, lose consciousness, they pass out, and you confirm that they are not breathing, you have to confirm that if they are breathing is a different thing. It could be, this is really tricky. But if somebody is obviously dying and you really want to go out of your way to help, if it's your family member, you already know what is going on. But if it's not your family member and you find out that this person is unconscious, first of all, you have to call them and go close to them and see if they can respond. Ask them if they are okay. What is going on? Are you okay? Do you need help? Try to see if there will be a response. If there's a response, then it's something else. You don't have to perform CPR. Then you check their heart to see if there's movements coming, like going in and out. If they are breathing, then you're going to try to help them with calling emergency, ambulance, whatever you have to do to help. But in a situation where they are not responding and they are obviously not breathing, you check their pulse. You don't need to be a medical person to know to put your hand here to see if you get any kind of movement. These are the signs that this person is actually dying. Once you determine that these things are not happening, you're gonna give them 30 compressions. It's 30 compressions, but in a chaotic situation, I want you to understand that you can't go wrong with CPR. Stop calculating, oh, how much am I supposed to give? How much is it 20? Is it just start. When you are starting this compression, it's going to help the person. It doesn't matter if you remember it's 30 or 40 or 20, but just about it's 30. Just know it, you're going to give 30 compressions. Even if you give 20 or you give 40, it's not going to kill the person, but it's always good to go with the rules. You're going to use the heel of your palm and put in the middle of their chest, the chest area. For the women with the breast, it's easier to see the chest area. For the men, you could still see the line. You have to make sure that this heel of your palm is at the center of your heart, of the chest area. You put it there, you use the second one to support what you're doing, and you're gonna give 30 compressions, 30 times. You're gonna push hard, because at that point, if they're not breathing, their chest is gonna be coming up and it's hard. You're gonna use your strength, lean down on them. If they are rolled over face down, you have to roll them up. They have to face up, and you're going to put your heels the way I just said and put it at the center of their chest and give those heavy compressions. Not so heavy like you're gonna kill them, but enough to be able to make an impact. You're gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 30. When you get to 30, you're gonna give them 2 breaths. Go to their mouth and give them like twice. You watch them and see if there's any kind of movement with their heart, like coming up or breathing. If that doesn't happen, you go back and do the same thing again. This is before you even start this, somebody else already trying to get an emergency or something while you're doing this. If you're tired, maybe the next person can continue, but you're gonna just keep doing this. You get 30, you give 2 breaths, you give 30, you give 2 breaths until you see a movement from their heart. Please don't take this for granted. This can save a family member, you can save a friend, you can even use it to save a total stranger. Go get this skill and be the hero someday.